Focus Plumbing, always at your fingertips.
If the military had dog tags like this, we'd never have to reinstate the draft. It's Trigon time.
Pow! Danny Vegas time, Danny Vegas World, segment 4 with our guest co-host, special guest co-host, Katie Madrano from, boom, Flipping Vegas, and she is a co-host on that show. If you just go to A&E, there's marathons all the time. You'll get to see her all the time, and we really appreciate you coming on the show. I know you're a busy lady because you just don't play a real estate agent on TV. You are a real estate agent. You've been in real estate your whole life. You flip houses yourself. You are a player in the real estate world, and the fact that you gave us an hour of your time, we are honored.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
I'm happy to be here.
And I hope you had some fun. Now, we do a little review in segment 4. We did our shout outs in segment 1. We got into Katie herself, a little bit about her story in segment 2. And for all you dating folks, we even got into a little bit of the dating world, what you got to do to get the second date with Katie. The first date, I don't know, she's got to like you a little bit, and she's got to know you a little bit. You just ain't going to run up on her on the street corner or at an open house and say, hey, let's go have drinks in an hour. That ain't going to happen. But you know what? I always say to guys, you can't blame a guy for trying.
I agree.
Yeah,
give it a shot.
Give it. There you go.
No, I'm not
All
saying
right.
me. I'm saying like in life.
I tell guys all the time, like, don't be afraid of rejection, man. Just work your game a little bit. I don't know. I've been married for so long. Maybe I need to write a book to bring the old rules back. Okay. Next thing I want to get into is I have another friend, Charlene Ruiz. I love you. I don't see you enough anymore. Very striking woman herself in real estate.
Okay.
So, we talked about this when she was on the show when we talked a little bit about this in segment 2. You're a professional woman. You're out and about in the real estate world. You want to be taken seriously. Striking woman. I asked her, how does she handle the, yo, bro, I'm not interested in anything but business. I know how she handles it. She's a married woman. She says, hey, bro, I'm a married gal, and that's as far as it's going. But you are not. So You're more probably open to maybe some very guys that have a lot of aspirations. I don't know. How do you handle that? Where it's kind of like, hey, you're pinging on me here. My radar's going off. We're not talking about real estate.
It's difficult for me because when we're talking work, that's where my mind is operating. So it's difficult when they're trying to interfere when I'm trying to get that done. That will annoy me more than anything else. Like they need to finish the work side of it without hitting on me.
Okay.
So,
we're going to go there, hitting on you. I try to be politically correct. But anyway, okay, so what do we learn? Don't ask Katie to a business lunch and then hit on her at the business lunch. Not unless she likes you. And then she likes you, and maybe. But okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you're going to hit me over the head. Serious question here. Serious. We have about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
First of all, segment 4, $1 million into the show. We'll cut the check for you right after we're done. Let's get into something serious. I ask every woman that comes on this show the same question. You are a modern day woman. I was thinking last night when I was thinking about the show. Quite frankly, women like you, successful on her own, doing her own thing, literally didn't exist 40 years ago. Mm-hmm. That's amazing if you think about it.
Yeah, no, that's
40 years ago, you're sitting in a secretarial pool making $2 an hour. Kind of amazing. Okay.
Waste of talent.
Well, thank God for America that, whatever, the fight has been won, and women are exceptional here, and we love them. So the question is, I'm going to set up the plateau. Gaddy, you got to answer. You're in a relationship that was abusive. Okay?
Okay.
You got out of that relationship. This is just a pretend. It's not real. Stop the emails. You have gotten out of it. Mm-hmm. You have moved on. you see by either social media or through hook or crook, you see the gentleman who was abusive to you dating someone else.
Oh, man.
The question is, do you feel you have a responsibility? That means you have a responsibility to warn the new lady that this gentleman was abusive to you, and that, you know, he gets a little liquor in him, you are going to see a different person. Do you feel you need to reach out?
Man, that's quite the question. Okay, so a couple of things there. One, I think women really need to start caring about other women more in general. Just, what is that saying? Like, try to fix a woman's crown without telling the world about it. I feel like that always needs to happen. So I think we're lacking a lot in that. And you have to, that's a hard one, because, like, am I invading her space? Am I trying to, like, talk to the ex?
She might just say,
like,
oh,
hey,
you're
whatever.
the ex.
Sure. So I've never been in that position, thank God. So, but thinking what I would do about that, I would say that I would keep, I would keep a healthy, close eye on her, and just tell her, like, if she ever needs anything, or just kind of be available for support, I think is what I would do.
It's tough, you know why? Because how do you
Yeah.
even do that? She don't, she may not even know
well,
you.
I'm used to having difficult, like, I worked in a time where everyone lost their homes, where people are having horrible marital problems because of it. So I'm used to tough conversations. So I'm good at mitigating that. So I think that I would be able to speak to her with, like, kindness and love, and tell her, like, I have a new relationship. If he ever hurts you or anything like that, just, like, I would.
What do you mean hurt me? He's great. He's the best guy I've met in years.
And first of all, if he was abusive to me, I think he'd be in jail. So, FYI.
That's what some of the ladies are saying, that you would file a report.
Right.
And then if any woman does any due diligence, they can find the report.
So that wouldn't have gone unchecked. So I think that would have done it for me a little bit more. So, but again, and I'm very much, I mean, it's free will. You can do what you want, but I would still leave myself available to help her out if she ever needed it, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's your answer on that question. Thank you. That's a tough question.
Yeah.
Most women don't think about that, but it's a question we ask because we have a lot of women co-hosts on this show. We have a lot of females that do a lot of work, part of the show, and it's just a good question. Okay.
Wow, this podcast had, like, so much. We went through so many different things.
Yeah, well, we try to give you because I know you're very interested in doing your own podcast, and we hope that you decide on
Oh, that's a
doing
question.
Yes.
So
Are you going to ask me a question?
No, so
Okay.
I'll ask everyone out there, and I'll ask you
Okay,
too.
all right.
So for me, I did this podcast. I did another podcast with The Real Brad Lee, which was really awesome. That's going to be coming out in another month or so. And then a couple of other ones that I won't say just yet. But I genuinely enjoy just real honest conversation, unedited, just, you know what I mean? Just talking about all different things from real estate to life to religion, politics, whatever. And just talking to different and interesting people. I love people a lot. So I was actually considering doing, like, a once a month podcast. So I'll ask my people out there to give me a poll, maybe, if I did a once a month type of podcast where I'll interview some of my celebrity friends or talk about different real estate's always part of the narrative, but if I talk about different things, like, who would be on that? So I'll take a poll, and definitely, if you're listening right now, chime in. But that's something that I was thinking about, just because I've done, like, 4 of these this last month, and I'm like, you know what, I like talking to people. So
well,
cool.
we hope that you do that. So I'm voting yes. So and at the same time, the cool thing is we want to learn more. I mean, we know you as the real estate lady. We know you were on the show. But even today, when I'm planning the show, it's kind of like, well, I really don't know her outside that world of real estate. So where can I go? What can I ask her? So having your own platform, you can go anywhere you want.
Yeah, let's see. Well, take a vote, guys.
All right, take a vote. Okay. I tell you what, let's do this. We have a minute left.
Okay.
How do we get a hold of you? I mean, if we're serious, we want to sell our house, we need some real estate professional advice, we need a consultation. How do we get a hold of you?
GadyRealEstate.com, or on all platforms, like social media platforms. It's always Gady. You could just type. My name is so unique that I'll just auto-populate. Like
Yes,
on Google, Gady.
Right.
Flipping Vegas, Gady. Like, that will be pretty easy.
Well, I'm amazed you do answer your Facebook Messenger.
I try.
Because I know you must have
appreciate
like 1,000 every day, fans trying to get a hold of you for questions, and I'm trying to well, what time can you get to the studio? I'm like, is she gonna see this? But you actually, honest, she answers her Facebook Messenger. She's always good at texting and shows up a half an hour early.
I like to, keep on point.
All right. Again, last 15 seconds. It was an honor having you on the show today. I hope you had a great experience. I hope we had fun. And we hope to see you at WCOBM a lot more.
All right. Sounds good. Bye, guys.
All right. We'll see you next week on the Danny Vegas Live Show.